welcome. Yes, you're in the new Providence, where niggas get to snapping like they got no common sense. When we approach with confidence, revoking confidence. His offense limp enough to throw the hardest to the fence. The raw is what he is, you can't stop it like jail runs. And ain't no topping him, he's opposite of well done. Rare without care, put clocks on the line. Comfortable with my flow, it's like I got Crocs on my rhymes. No, rocket science, fuck the
Silly still swole. And we still ain't full. We here for the game of the week, man. The GOTW. We about to get this popping, man. And our featured game of the week, man, this is going to have all the fantasy stars. This one's going to have all the highlights. This one's going to have big numbers from everybody. You got big defenses. You got big offenses. You got big personalities, man. And we want to help y'all win real big with the daily fantasy as well as in your Vegas sportsbook bets. And to help me help you with this, we got my boy Jay Reeves the Gambler.
FO, baby, let's kick this show off.
Four of them things, man. And we here with Silly C with the numbers.
It's your boy FO.
It's your boy. Four of them things, man. We 50% fuss, 50% fantasy football, and 100% facts. And we about to get it popping, man. Our game of the week this week takes us to KCMO, the home of Tech 9, but also Mahomes. And let's get it popping. We got the Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Cleveland Browns. Jay Reeves, what is Vegas saying?
They got this game sitting at -6.5. I want to say a little bit of something about the Kansas City Chiefs, man. They did real poorly last year covering numbers. So this -6.5 is kind of a number that you would like to take, just because I could see them winning by a touchdown easily, if not more than like 2 or 3. But yeah, man, KC opening up at home. I'm definitely rolling with the Chiefs on this one. Chiefs -6.5 on mine.
Yeah, man, it's going to be a tough game for Baker, but I do see an early explosion. If the Kansas City have shown one chink in their armor, it's been that they give up some early runs. They did it to the Houston Texans in the playoffs. Pretty much everybody they played in the playoffs. I think even last year in the AFC Championship, they spotted the Bills 14 points and then outscored them like 30-6 or something. And it just went all bad. And when they go on those runs, if you can't stop the bleeding, man, you got to apply pressure when the Kansas Chiefs cut. You got to apply pressure when they cut you, man. You seen what that did to Mahomes last year. Yeah, they hacking at you, you know what I'm saying? Trying to dodge it, man. You just got to apply pressure if they do land some cuts, man, because it can get out of the hand. We've seen 200-yard quarters out of their star wide receiver. We already know what Kelsey could do, going high in all of the fantasy drafts. It's going to be a crazy game. I'm going to go with Kansas City, even giving up the points at home. Silly C, where you landing on this one?
Yeah, I think they're just going to come out with way too much after what happened to them last year in the Super Bowl. They're going to come out with some vengeance. Sorry for Cleveland that they have to be the team that's going to pay for it, but hey, at least they'll have a chance to score some fantasy points, which we'll talk more about.
Yeah, I mean, who is this game a bigger statement game for? Obviously, we know the Chiefs can do it, but if Cleveland was to do it, it's a huge statement for them. You agree with me, Jay Reeves?
Yes, I do. And that, I don't know if Cleveland can win this game. Actually, I do know Cleveland is going to make a deep run into the playoffs, because this is the kind of game that's get your whole season ignited, and it'll be a lituation in Cleveland if they could pull out this W.
Yeah.
The only way that happens is if they get time of possession and Chubb has a big game and they keep Mahomes off the field, but he's still going to score, though.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. I'm sorry, Cody. It's funny that you say that. I'm dropping in this props of the ops right here because he brought up Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb, over 82.5 rushing yards. VO, what you think about that?
Man, is Nick Chubb the props or is he the ops? Nick Chubb is absolutely the props, man. You got to tune in because once the animation stops, man, it's Nick at nighttime, man, and he's about to light their ass up. And you know what happened to Nick at night, man? It's time to put the kids to bed. It's grown folk time. We're gonna watch these BS sitcoms. So I think he gonna get it in, man. I definitely have 2 shares of Nick Chubb in my 4 leagues. The Kansas City defense is not known for stopping the run, and they can be bludgeoned. I don't have the numbers that Nick Chubb got on them last year, but they were substantial numbers. I do have him as the props in this case. Silly C, is Nick Chubb the props, or is he the ops?
I don't know. It looks like the fantasy gods disagree with you. They're saying right now he's going to get 64 yards. And I'm thinking that's exactly about where he gets, just because the fact that they're going to be chasing and coming back, that he's not even going to be on the field. They're not going to risk injury, especially with some of the stuff that happened to him last year. So I think he'll stay right around that 64 yards or so. I say he's the ops.
Oh, damn. Did you drop a corn on that one? Jay Reed, you had him as the props?
Actually, I had him as the ops. You're on this one. I got him coming in right at 80 yards rushing and a tud. So he is going to still have a pretty reasonable day, but I just feel like Kareem Hunt is about to be out there doing something magical. Cody's talking about they got to come back. I can see Kareem Hunt getting in the end zone twice.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see Kareem Hunt. This is like a revenge game. As I don't know. Yeah, well, he's played him a few times. They played last year. It's going to yeah, so we're going to keep it pushing. Let's go ahead and go into, now that we did the props and the ops, this is the game of the week, so we pulling out all the stops. Silly C got a positional power play, and he's going to rank all of these talented players 10 through 1 to let you know which ones to attack in your daily fantasy goals. And here goes Silly C's projections.
Yeah, so for number 10, we got Austin Hooper. Projected for 9.33 fantasy points. Get him in your line because he will be a cheap positional play, so definitely get him in your line.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be difference of affordability on different platforms, but I think Austin Hooper is a person that could benefit from a more muddied up game plan that Cleveland might present. Jay Reeves, what do you think about that one?
I don't really got too much to say on Austin Hooper. We can keep it pushing.
Yeah, we'll just review it after the first 5. Number 9.
We got Hardman, McCall Hardman. He's projected for almost 10 fantasy points. I don't really trust him much with all the other weapons. So I do see him being a threat. I could see him breaking out. I really do see it in him. They just got too much firepower, and Mahomes don't really target one person.
Yes, sir. Number 8.
And number 8, that will be Beckham.
Oh, Disney.
Projected for 13 points. Then we'll go on to the next one.
All right. Number 6.
Edward Helaire.
Helaire.
Then definitely
number 6.
Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
Man, so they got him in the bottom tier of this. I'm curious. The scoring system that you use, is this a PPR format or?
No, this is not PPR.
All right, so you gotta imagine that these numbers could all bolster based on their receptions. I think a lot of this top 5, man. I didn't see my boy Nick Chubb falling in the bottom half of this situation. Jay Reeves, what did you think about this first 5?
Man, let's unpack this a little bit. Like I said, Austin Hooper, we can keep it moving. Mikola, I'm expecting this dude to drop some big numbers. I got him actually sitting at 15 fantasy points. Odell, can he have a resurgence in his career? I don't really see it. Ooh, pass a little gas on that when I seen his name. Keep it moving. CEH is a little banged up. I don't think he's going to have that big of a game. Keep it moving on him. Nick Chubb, I already put him at 80 yards in the touchdown. So I got him sitting at 14 points. Nick Chubb will light it up in this game.
All right, let's go into that top five, Silly C.
All righty, so then we got Mr. Jarvis Landry.
Facts.
Jarvis Landry?
Yeah, facts. Projected for 14 fantasy points, almost 15.
Oh, that's cap. That's cap.
All right, number 4. Let's see who's ahead of him.
Number 4, we'll finally get into another one of them. We got Baker Mayfield.
Baker, money maker, number 3.
And number 3, obviously, we're going to start getting into some of the big
The heavy hitters.
So the heavy hitters, Tyreek Hill.
Cheetah. And number 2. It's obviously got to be Mahomes and Kelsey. I wonder how they got them ranked.
Number 2 is Mr.
Patrick Mahomes, the Mahomes boy. That's a pretty modest scoring system as well. So we definitely have to freak that upon what people going. And the number 1 player is
Travis Kelsey.
Ooh, 23 points.
23 points.
Yeah, 23 points. It looks like they're planning on some touchdowns. Silly, I know you got to run. Maybe if you just want to leave that screen for us, and I'll kick it out later, and then just leave your camera.
And one thing I wanted to point out is if you look at this game, it's going to be big scoring, 161 fantasy points there. So look at that for your daily fantasy play.
Definitely. Thank you for the position power plays. Me and Jay Reeves will unpack this list. Jay Reeves, what do you got to say about number 5 through number 1?
And I got some shifting around to do here, man. We're going to take Jarvis Landry down, put him right up under. Man, he should be up under Odell Beckham. He should be between Odell Beckham and Mecole Hardman. And I do want to make a little changes to the top as well. I got Tyreek. He'll be sitting at the top, but I want to say about 26.18 fantasy points. Then I would throw Travis Kelsey in there with that hefty 23. And Pat Mahomes, he'll be coming in third. So that's what I would do with the top half of this list. But you got to move Jarvis all the way down. He is way too high for my liking.
I guess my question with all those points that you granted the freak, the cheetah, man, like what are those points? Are those like lots of receptions? Is he in his possession game? Or are you thinking a couple big plays to just start off the NFL season with some highlights?
Bro, whole lot of explosion. You know this man is the fastest man on the field next to Mecole Hardman. I'm telling you, he can get it done in one big play.
Did you come back, Silly Z?
Yeah, you went back. You know, I'm here. And it's winning.
Okay, let's go.
Shit, man. I mean, thank you for joining us. You know, I didn't know that you was going to handle your obligation of talking with us about sports. You know what I'm saying? But is there anything you got to say about this top 10? Can I pick your brain a little bit?
Yes.
We definitely need PPR on this. And like, what was your scoring format for the quarterbacks? Is it still 4 points per touchdown? Is it 6 points per running? And can you give us any detail on how it has Tyreek and Kelsey's projection? Are some of those coming from touchdowns or yardage or?
Most of it's coming from touchdowns. So Kelsey's projected for a little over about 1.5 touchdowns, which really plays into that point projection. But the actual site that I use is different from the actual other fantasy sites, and it's a non-PPR. So once I add in that piece, I'll have PPR and non-PPR points, which it'll be nice.
Definitely, man. Well, you know, we just over here fussing it up, man. Y'all know what time it is. This is F4. That was your game of the week. I am VO the Face. I'm here with Jay Reezy and Silly Threes. I almost call them Silly Threes, man. Silly Foes, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. If you with us, man, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you stuck with us. F4, Lego.
Boo!